Welcome back to the COVID-19 channel. Today is January 12th, 2021. I got an urgent request before I get started, and I cannot emphasize the urgency of this plea, and that is you begin pray without ceasing for the United States of America and for our President Donald Trump and his family. Uh, this is an urgent plea because the United States of America is teetering on a knife edge right now. The democracy is under threat from the big tech companies and from the Democratic Party. But listen carefully. You cannot trust the news that's coming out of America because the news media is are little more than trained monkeys for the Democratic Party. I don't know if you heard the word, just to give you an idea of how completely out of control the big tech companies are. Twitter banned Donald Trump's account, claiming that he was encouraging violence. But yet the accounts for extremist groups like Antifa and Black Lives Matter are allowed to continue to operate on Twitter. I cannot emphasize enough the need for prayer that God will preserve our union. We pursue the okay. Now let's get on with the report. Okay, so let's take a look at the numbers for Israel. You can see right now there's 501,000 and change of cases, but only 3,704 deaths. If you look at the mortality rate, this is some good news here. You can see that the mortality rate is falling here. It's fallen below average, which is very good news because it's now about 0.5. Your mortality rate is now about 0.5%. You can see that cases continue to spike. But while deaths climb, they're not climbing at the same rate as as uh, as cases are, which explains why the mortality rate is falling. Okay, because the case and deaths are climbing at a separate rate, there's more separation between cases and deaths. And the mortality rate is simply a division of deaths by cases. Okay, so this is slightly misleading here, but that's all right. Once again, we can zoom in. You can see the increase here and the increase here. Okay, you can see that cases decline began before October, have now continued to climb up past January. But the deaths didn't start declining until after October. Okay, we look at week numbers, see, well, the situation isn't good. Although there's a chance that this week maybe last week was an anomaly, the spike here last week was an anomaly, and maybe your numbers will stay lower this week. There's a pretty good chance your number will certainly stay below these two columns here for cases. And there's a good chance, I believe, that your deaths, it's Tuesday, will stay below this number right here, maybe even a second column here. Okay, monthly cases, you can see you're almost caught December's cases, unfortunately. And in January's deaths, have almost caught December's deaths, unfortunately. I continue to lift Israel in prayer that God will have mercy on you and remove the COVID-19 virus. But again, before I let you go, I want to plead again that you pray without ceasing for America, that God will preserve the union, and God will protect President Donald Trump and his family from any more injustice. Okay? Thanks so much for your time, Israel. We'll catch you tomorrow on a different report.